It's finally happening. The question every pensioner across the United Kingdom has been asking for months has just been answered: who exactly will get the winter fuel payment in 2025, and how much money they will receive? The Department for Work and Pensions has officially confirmed the full eligibility list and payment amounts, and the news could not have come at a better time. With rising gas and electricity bills across England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, millions of older citizens have been waiting to see if they'll still get help to keep their homes warm this coming winter. The government has now made it crystal clear the payments will go ahead, but there are important new rules that everyone needs to understand before the letters start arriving through the post in November and December of 2025. The winter fuel payment is one of the most essential lifelines for pensioners across Britain. Introduced over 2 decades ago, it helps retirees cover the rising cost of heating during the coldest months of the year. But in 2025, with inflation still squeezing household budgets and energy prices showing no signs of falling, the DWP has had to carefully balance who qualifies and how much is being spent. According to official figures, more than 9 million pensioners are expected to receive the payment this winter, with most eligible households getting either £200 or £300, depending on age and household composition. But here's the part that's caught everyone's attention. The DWP has confirmed that income thresholds and birth year rules will now play a bigger role than before. The official guidance states that to qualify for the winter fuel payment this year, you must have been born on or before September 22, 1959. That means anyone who has reached state pension age before the qualifying week between September 15th and September 21st, 2025, will automatically be eligible. This rule covers millions of retirees born in the 50s, but it also excludes a growing group of near pensioners who just miss the cutoff by months. For those individuals, many of whom are struggling with part-time work or early retirement, this announcement feels like a bitter disappointment. One such example comes from Nottingham, where 71-year-old Margaret Ellis shared her concern in a recent interview. She said, "I've worked my whole life. I'm careful with money, but my heating bill last winter went up by nearly £526. Without this help, I don't know how I'd manage." Her story reflects the reality for millions. Small changes in government rules can have huge effects on everyday lives. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, in a speech earlier this month, addressed growing public pressure to maintain the payment for all pensioners regardless of income. He said, "We will not abandon older citizens who have given so much to this country." The winter fuel payment is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It ensures dignity, warmth, and security for our retirees. His words were met with loud applause, especially from older voters who have long feared cuts to pension benefits. However, while the payments are staying, some details have shifted behind the scenes. For instance, those with a taxable income above £35,000 per year will still receive the payment, but HMRC will automatically reclaim the amount through adjustments in tax codes or self-assessments. This change has sparked debate among financial experts, with some arguing it creates unnecessary complexity. Former Chancellor Rachel Reeves defended the approach, saying, "We must direct support to those who need it most while maintaining fairness in the system." Yet critics like economist Martin Lewis have warned that automatic clawbacks could confuse pensioners who rely on every penny during the winter months. Letters confirming payment amounts are expected to start landing in letterboxes from mid-October 2025, with most payments arriving automatically in November or December. Pensioners aged between the state pension age and 79 will receive £200, while those aged 80 and above will get £300. If 2 eligible pensioners live together, the amount may be divided, so the total household benefit stays within the limits set by the DWP. The payment will remain tax-free and will not affect other benefits, such as pension credit or housing benefit. However, not everyone will qualify. The DWP's eligibility list confirms that individuals in hospital for free NHS treatment throughout the qualifying week, or those in prison, will not receive the payment. People living abroad may also miss out unless they can prove a genuine and sufficient link to the UK social security system. The rules also state that if your immigration status restricts access to public funds, you won't be eligible. Financial analysts have been quick to highlight how crucial this support remains in 2025. The average dual-fuel energy bill for a typical household is still expected to hover around £1,840 annually, meaning the winter fuel payment covers only a fraction of total heating costs. Yet for many pensioners, that extra £200 or £300 could mean the difference between warmth and worry. In Birmingham, retired postman George Patel described how he budgets carefully each year around this time. "I know the payment usually comes through before Christmas," he explained. "I put it straight on the gas meter. Without it, we'd have to cut back somewhere else, maybe food or medication. It's that important." His experience mirrors millions across Britain who depend on this assistance to manage rising living costs. Meanwhile, public debate has intensified around the broader issue of pension fairness. Keir Starmer has repeatedly promised to protect the state pension triple lock, ensuring that pensions rise each April by whichever is highest earnings growth, inflation, or 2.5%. But with the UK's aging population growing faster than ever, questions remain about how sustainable these benefits will be in the next decade. Experts at the Institute for Fiscal Studies recently warned that the government must prepare for difficult decisions in the late 2020s as the pension age population increases. They estimate that by 2030, more than 25% of the UK population will be over 65. Combined with rising healthcare and social care costs, the winter fuel payment, while small in individual value, represents billions in public spending each year. Yet for most pensioners, these policy discussions feel distant from their daily lives. What matters most is whether the help arrives on time. The DWP has assured that payments will be made automatically for anyone already receiving the state pension or certain other benefits such as pension credit, attendance allowance, or careers allowance. Those who do not receive these benefits but still qualify can apply through the official Gov. UK website or by phone before March 31, 2026. The DWP has also issued a stern warning about scams. Fraudsters have been targeting pensioners with fake texts and emails, claiming to offer faster payments or bonus top-ups. Officials remind everyone that the DWP will never ask for bank details or request fees. If you receive a suspicious message, report it immediately through Action Fraud or the government website. In Northern Ireland and Scotland, slightly different rules apply. Scotland, for instance, now offers its own version of the payment, known as the winter heating payment, managed separately by Social Security Scotland. The amounts and dates are similar, but eligibility rules differ slightly to reflect devolved welfare systems. As the colder months approach, millions across the UK will soon be checking their post for that crucial letter confirming their winter fuel payment. For many, it's not just about the money. It's a symbol of reassurance that, even in uncertain times, the country remembers those who built its foundations. Whether it's a retired teacher in Manchester, a former factory worker in Glasgow, or a widowed pensioner in Cardiff, this payment remains one of the most tangible ways the government supports its elderly citizens through the toughest part of the year. So, if you were born before September 22, 1959, keep an eye on your letterbox this autumn. If your income is under £35,000, you'll receive the full amount. If you're over 80, expect £300 instead of £200. And if you're still not sure whether you qualify, you can check your eligibility using your national insurance number on the official DWP website. For now, the message from the government is clear. Help is on the way, but the rules are changing. As Keir Starmer said recently during Prime Minister's questions, no pensioner should ever have to choose between heating and eating. Our job is to make sure they never have to. Those words echo across Britain's living rooms tonight, a promise that warmth, dignity, and care will remain at the heart of the nation's social contract this winter and beyond.